is the antidote to despair or discouragement is action.
The antidote to despair
or encouragement or discouragement is action, right? The antidote is action. And so basically you put yourself in action towards those goals, the goal, whatever your goal is. So the first and foremost, and that's why the exercise we just did is so important and so powerful, so that all of what you just experienced, you went into the future 5 years and you felt what it felt like to walk in that place or to be in that. Then you saw you experienced what it smelled like. What was the smell? What was the sound? Who were the people? What did you have on? All those kinds. What was your primary feeling? All of that, you did that in the future. And so you put that tangibly on paper. Because one of the things that happen in our mind and in our brain is when we haven't made a decision, it immobilizes us. Do you see? So if we only keep it up here in our head, then we're kind of like playing, this like double dutch. Do I go in? Don't I go in? Do I go in? Don't I go in? That whole kind of thing. Because it's just in our head. Get it out of your head and put it on paper so that you can see it, or in the computer so you can visualize it, so you can see the pieces and the parts. And then what you do, again, the antidote to despair, discouragement, is action. What can you do before 2019 is out towards 2025? What's one thing that you can do you see, before it's out? Can you make a phone call? Can you look something up on Google? Can you, what can you do? Because the antidote is action. Does that make sense? Absolutely. So there's this thing. So I want all of us to make sure that we pull up her name is Mel Robbins. Mel Robbins is her name. And she talks about the 5-second rule. And she talks about how the brain is designed. And so our brain is designed to keep us safe. So this is why. So you remember I was asking you, like, will I ever get to the point where, exercising, I don't dread it? Because, and that's the brain, right? So what happens when I do make myself get up and come and exercise, it's because I've gotten up, pushed past that thought that says just lay back down. Don't answer Letitia's text messages. Don't answer her. Because, so what she says is that it's like counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That when you decide you're going to do something, so we'll use exercise for it. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, it's cold, and the alarm goes off, and I get up, and then I've got a 5-second window before my brain keeps me safe. And the brain keeping you safe is keeping you to your norm. Because in order for me to get up and push, to go out in the cold, to work out, to make my muscles hurt, all those guys, to do those things that don't feel good in the moment. Of course, there's benefit and dividends later, and they feel better later. But in order to do that, I've got a 5-second window before my brain does its work to shut it down. Yeah. So it means we've got to push past the 5-second window that will stop us. We've got to do it within those 5 seconds. Within the 5 seconds, we need to make the decision and move. So it's the procrastination piece, right? Mm-hmm. Why do we procrastinate? Because we let those 5 seconds get past, and our brain wants to keep us safe. So anytime that we want to stretch ourselves beyond what we normally do, anytime we want to, so the things that are habitual, right? We don't ever have to think about doing them. We just do them. But anytime we want to do something that is not habitual, it takes energy and effort. And our brain says, no, we want to stay safe. We want to do the things that are automatic. We want to do the thing. We don't want to press, right? We don't want to press. Our brain is designed to keep us safe. And so it will trick us into complacency. will trick us into complacency. So whenever we think about it, whenever we try to learn something new, there's so much effort to it, and we've got to concentrate. The brain doesn't like that, and so if we don't, according to the way that Mel Robbins talks about it, if we don't do it within the first 5 seconds, then we've lost the battle, because within 5 seconds our brain basically assaults us with stay the same, don't change, remain here. You got 5 seconds to get in action. So that's what she said, within the first 5 seconds, get in action, or we're gonna stay complacent. So if you think about that, you got a question? So if you think about that rule, that's what I would say is get in action. Get in action. Do something towards that goal, because whether you believe it or not, right? As you do, then you get your encouragement, you get your momentum.